Fans, we welcome you to GCW's final show of 2025. Savannah Faye was running down our card for tonight, and the challenger for Mr. Halen, Chop Top, kindly interjected himself into the proceedings.
First off, Buckhead, how the hell are we? Now, I heard that Nick Halen has an open challenge. And obviously, there's people in the locker room that didn't have the man parts to challenge him. So Nick Halen, I would like to challenge you. I would like to challenge you for your heavyweight title. So Nick Halen, I'm your Huckleberry.
Chop Top has challenged Nick Halen 2 months in a row for the championship and has come up short despite valiant battles in both outings. And now it looks like Halen's music is hit, and we're off and running here at GCW's Thanksgiving Star Wars. And we're glad all of you are with us from the Got to Be Rolling Event Center here in Buckhead. And the champ struts out, obviously not taking a whole lot of Mr. Chop Top's feelings into consideration. He kind of shakes his head as he walks out. And looks like he's going to take exception to Santa Claus being in the front row. We are in the holiday season. Who dresses down Santa Claus? Come on. He's one of his elves, for Pete's sake. He is approved. There's a reason he is the champ. Has been for several months here in Georgia Classic Wrestling. And we are currently without a microphone. It's like they are trying to get it repaired at the moment. Maybe they do have it fixed at this moment in time. Well, it's very nice of Chop Top.
You must be out of your mind. What's it going to take to convince you that you and people like you back there can't beat a guy like me? So, Chop Top, I appreciate the offer, but I've been all over this thing all week entertaining the masses, and I'm tired. And if I'm going to wrestle tonight, it's going to have to be against somebody a lot better than you.
You see, Nick, I knew you were going to say that. So how about you go back to Southern Pride and ask David Baker's permission?
Wow. Wow.
That's real cute, Chop. What? But a wise man told me today, pride comes before the fall. And if you think your stupid little insults bother me, they don't, kid, because you're not on my level, you're nowhere near my level, and you never will be. See you next time.
After 2 valiant battles with Chop Top, Halen still does not respect this young man.
Hey, Nick, I am willing to do anything to get one more shot at your heavyweight title.
But you won't.
Oh boy.
Anything.
Rephrase that a little bit there.
Anything. Being the key word there, I'm afraid. Depending on your perspective.
Anything at all. Any stipulation I want.
Any of them.
It does need to be washed. Been a long week of driving, just ask the wife.
Halen looks like he's got some wheels spinning in his mind here.
Anything for this.
Anything.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chop. I'm no slouch in this ring, and all these people know that. So I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. If you can beat me tonight, I won't only hand you that championship, I will put it around your waist, shake your hand, and you and none of these other losers around here will ever see Nick Halen wrestle in this building ever again.
Wow, what a statement.
Is that what you know?
What a statement by the champ.
But
You can feel the butt coming, fans.
when I win, and you're laying here in a pool of sweat, blood, and tears, the deal is you, and only you, can never, ever, spoiler alert for later, get to challenge me for my heavyweight championship as long as I have it. Which means not in your lifetime, kid, because Nick Halen ain't going nowhere. I am GCW now, buddy, because nobody talked about this place until I showed up. Nobody talked about it when it was just you and Jerry. Nobody talked about it when it was just bad company. Nobody talked about it when Leatherface comes out here. Nobody talked about it when Commissioner Clem comes out here and does his stick. No, they talk about it when you get a real wrestler. I'm a real wrestler. And if that's what you want, that's the deal. As long as I'm champion, you will never challenge for this title ever again.
Halen keeping it real.
What do you say, kiddo?
Nick,
Not sure on confidence. Up top accepts the terms and conditions, so to speak, from the champ. And we have a heavyweight championship bout set for our main event tonight here at Thanksgiving Star Wars.
I'm gonna play my music because it's better than
Fans, welcome you back to GCW's Thanksgiving Star Wars. Kevin Hensley with you from the Country Road Event Center here in Buckhead. We're glad you're with us here on the GCW YouTube channel. And speaking of men that are not short on confidence, here's a man who takes all the confidence in a room because he is the confidence in the room. The crown jewel, Pop Roach, Kansas City, Missouri's own contribution to Georgia Classic Wrestling. The 288-pounder is here in our opening contest tonight from Thanksgiving Star Wars and already jaw-jacking with fans at ringside. Big crowd on hand, always rowdy, always into the action here at 1200 Shivers Avenue in Buckhead, Georgia. We'll talk more about that in just a moment and how you can be part of our internet television tapings in 2026. That's right, fans, this is it for 2025. The show you're watching right now is it for the calendar year. We will not have a show in December as we take off to allow our wrestlers and staff and crew here at Georgia Classic Wrestling a chance to celebrate the holidays with their families. And even people like Pat Roach, friends as well. Zach King from about 45 miles up the road here in Commerce, Georgia, is going to oppose Mr. Roach King, no slouch either. However, Roach will definitely have the height and weight advantage in this contest as we are set for our opening bout tonight in Buckhead. We return to the Godfrey Roman Event Center here in Buckhead in January. Our first show, fans, in 2026 is dubbed New Year's Brawl. And Zach King I don't know, King gets some smelling salts maybe? Great question. R.C. Daniels accompanying Zach King out. Show I mentioned, New Year's Brawl is going to be on Saturday night, January 24th. So you've got over 2 months to plan to be in attendance with us. So King's been checked. Has Pat Roach been checked? Does not appear as though. Saturday night, January 24th. Doors open at 6:05 p.m. Bell time is 7 o'clock. If you want to be here in attendance for one of our internet television tapings and experience Georgia Classic Wrestling live at 1200 Shivers Avenue. That's CHIVERS Avenue in Buckhead, Georgia. Bell sounds and we are off and running with our opening bout here at the Godfrey Roman Event Center. And fans are stomping and the floor is rocking here in Buckhead. And Pat Roach immediately stepping out to the floor in our opening bout. Pull out to the apron, I should say. Collar and elbow tie up by both men. I'd like to see R.C. Daniels, who seconded Zach King in our next matchup. Zach King giving us the gun show over in the corner. Hard not to like King, always an upbeat young man. Both backstage and, of course, out here in front of the crowd. Pushed back into the corner. Now that wasn't very friendly, however. Poked to the eyes by Pat Roach, taking a shortcut into the Snapmare takeover. And now twisting the head with that standing chin lock on Zach King as the crowd chants Zach. They're solidly behind the man from Banks County in Commerce, and now he's reversed out of it into a full-on dragging twist. Pat Roach reverses as well, so some chain wrestling here early on. Nice roll through. And how about a nip up? Oh, he's just having some fun now, 2 of them. And on the third one, he decides to take a knee to get to. And reverses out again. And Roach again to the eyes. Gets some admonishment from the referee here in our opening bout. Later on tonight, Chris Nelms with Bad Company to face Leatherface. Television title will be on the line. The new champ, Sweeper Jack Miles, to defend against Ty Rose, the heavyweight. And we'll also see the other half of Bad Company, Jay Shaw, take on Jacob Ashworth. As we all know, Matthew Daniel has been suspended by GCW Commissioner Tim Rice. And a swinging net breaker by Pat Roach as he mocks the crowd here in Buckhead. And you heard at the top of the show, our main event is now set. We had Nick Halen penciled in to defend the heavyweight. Tunnel Weeks had no clue who it was against, and now he knows who's on top. Drops the knee right across the upper chest, almost on the windpipe. And that can end things in a hurry if he got him in the right spot, but King kicks out at 2, and immediately Roach putting all that weight, that mass, almost 290 pounds, lying across Zach King. Roach definitely is a throwback wrestler as our cameras take you right into the action, showing you the pain and anguish on Zach King's face. Roach firmly in control, takes time to jaw jack to the camera. Now King back up to a vertical base. And he's fighting out with some heavy right hands. And Roach down to the mat. King's trying to fire up. Big right hands. A series of them, Irish whip. And Roach will reverse it. King ducks under the clothesline and a shoulder tackle. Oh man, the ring rocked after that collision. Here's a cover, hooks the leg, and Roach will get the interior shoulder up as King didn't have a whole lot on that near fall attempt. Still a little winded after the assault. And now a modified headlock applied, and now Zach King trying to get some leverage on it. About fair play, I suppose. And you see our camera now zooming in on the anguish on the face of Pat Roach. Roach, there for a moment, had his shoulders down. Referee did not even attempt to kill the pinfall. Roach back down. Boy, he is struggling here with Zach King, and Zach got this cinched in. Roach's left shoulder drops. They'll have to count the pinfall here. I'd say the crowd 99.9% behind Zach King. I heard a couple of people yelling for Mr. Roach, the crown jewel himself, and Roach again does whatever means necessary to get out of that predicament. Nice running leg drop. Boy, he measured him with that one, did Pat Roach. And I mean, squished Zach King, beautifully executed. You'll see a lot of offense from Pat Roach that you don't see from a lot of superstars in 2025, to be frank, fans. Coming off the ropes, another one. Took too much time setting it up. He repositioned King, measured him, gestured to the audience, and boy, when he came up with nothing but canvas, that hurt. That's a chiropractor visit waiting to happen. And here comes Zach King with a big clothesline out of the corner. King getting a head of steam build up. Clothesline and runs him over. Looking like a football tackle. Hooks the outside leg and a 2 count. Oh my, about 2.5. And even King's questioning that long gap between the 2 and the 3. Again, waiting on Roach to crawl up to his feet. He's back up in the corner. Here comes King. He misses a splash. Roach goes from belly to belly suplex and plants him right in the middle of the ring, but Roach is exhausted as well and cannot follow up. Both men laid out on the mat. Referee administering a 10 count, and if neither man get up by the count of 10, it is a no contest. But it looks like Roach will be up to a vertical base at the count of 7, as is King. Super kick, and he caught him flush on the mush. Roach with the ring awareness, however, to roll to the outside, or else that could have been curtains for the former television champion here in Georgia Classic Wrestling, Pat Roach. Zach King's going to try to interrupt the proceedings on this count here. What has Roach got in his hand? Roach has loaded that hand up, and I mean decked King, and he's out cold. What has he got? He's shoved something back in his tights. You saw it right there, fans, like all the rest of us. Now he's put his feet on the ropes. Come on! Pat Roach gets the victory in 7 minutes and 40 seconds. And our opening contest tonight from Thanksgiving Star Wars, once again by hook or by crook, the crown jewel comes out on top here in Buckhead. We'll let all of you with us here on the GCW YouTube channel. We ask you to please stay tuned. Up next, more action on the way. Tyreek will tangle with R.C. Daniels, who's out here ringside now to check on his comrade, Zach King, who was knocked silly by whatever foreign object Mr. Roach broke out of his tights there. We'll be back in just a moment, fans, as we try to get everything sorted out here at ringside. We're back live, fans, from GCW Thanksgiving Star Wars here in Buckhead. And here comes one half of the Enterprise. It's Tyreek. And he is looking spiffy thanks to his recent partnership with D-Money. D-Money is not with us tonight, so it'll be half as loud out here at ringside, but don't worry, Tyreek has already made the conversion. My goodness, it looks like D-Money made over. Here's Ring Attire. I think they've got the singlet match as well. Those new shoes? Tyreek all kinds of fired up as he awaits his opposition here at the Godfrey Rowan Event Center. You know, as a journalist in my real life, I got to try to find out what's in the that, as a certain person in my life would call it. It's something inspiring for sure. As Zach King and R.C. Daniels like to take a whiff of before the match begins. Here's R.C. Daniels, fresh out of Atlanta, Georgia. This is about an hour and a half west of us on I-20.
First and foremost, you are a lot shorter in person. You look like a can of Sprite.
A can of Sprite?
A can of Sprite. Wow, that's hurtful.
You look like a leprechaun.
That's me.
A leprechaun? Really? A leprechaun?
They got Nurse Kevin Hart.
R.C. Daniels jaw-jacking with Tyreek before our opening bell here in this matchup.
Let's go, baby.
And as I mentioned, Tyreek is now D-Money made over. Nothing funny about his money, I guess, and well, there's not much more you can say about that, fans. I apologize. We apologize on behalf of everyone here at GCW for those actions. But I'm sure if anyone can actually pay the fine, it is in fact D-Money and Tyreek, the Enterprise. And fines are levied for that. Bill Sales, we're off and running, and R.C. Daniels continues to, well, I'll just call it like it is, fans. He's mocking the vertical lineup here with him and his opponent, Mr. Tyreek. Tyreek with a big right hand. R.C. Daniels taking it stride. One big shot, and now both men circling the ring. Collar and elbow tie up. Daniels obviously has the reach advantage and locks on a side headlock. Really wrenching it in here at Thanksgiving Star Wars. Tyreek's gonna, laid in some heavy lumber blows. Shots to the abdomen. Pushed him off into the ropes. R.C. Daniels throws him over. Nicely done. Tyreek thought about a leapfrog, changed his mind. R.C. Daniels just hammered him with a nice shot to the face, and Tyreek is on Dream Street, not Shivers Avenue. I'm going to thank D-Money for getting a copy of this match as soon as it's available, as he's sitting tonight comfortably in Detroit. Oh my word. Whatever that substance is, he really seasoned that shot. And I can now retire now that I've used that phrase in my wrestling commentary career. And again, oh my. That is a seasoned breast, to say the very least. I may need a cleanup over there at ringside. Someone asked for the health warden to call. R.C. Daniels controlling things here in the early going. Tyreek up and a big running charge. And another with a clothesline. Daniels is fully in the driver's seat. Here comes the third, and Tyreek comes out. This direction, Irish whip into the corner. Tyreek catches him off guard, but he can't do anything that time. Tyreek jumps out to the apron. And let's not sell Tyreek short. That man is athletically gifted and quick in that ring. But R.C. Daniels one step ahead at the moment. How about that? With a leg drop across the second rope. And Tyreek is on the floor, and he is in a world of hurt. Tyreek back up on his feet. R.C. Daniels quickly out to greet. Well, not quite yet. I think Tyreek has figured out what's going on. Uh-oh. Yep, there we go. There's a lot of forearms in this matchup, is Mr. Daniels, but hey, they're working. Tyreek ran head first into the ring apron. And Tyreek rolled back into the ring. R.C. Daniels slinks back in under the bottom rope. Both men back at it. Another forearm by Daniels. Goes into the ropes. Tyreek hangs on. And Daniels misses. And a big club across the back. A clothesline to the back of the head. Daniels felt that. Second rope. Huge clothesline. Oh my goodness. Boy, Tyreek got all of that and then some. That was some devastating punishment delivered to R.C. Daniels, and it got a 2 count. Tyreek may have tweaked his shoulder a little bit on delivering that maneuver.
Shoulder out. Who cares?
Tyreek's going to try to tough it out. He's not using that arm too much. Yeah, he's in a lot of pain, fans. Let's try to keep an eye on that. In the meantime, R.C. Daniels back up on his feet. Tyreek really is unable to do much with that right arm at the moment. You heard him say his shoulder may be out. And if that arm has been dislocated, that is not good. Daniels is getting choked mercilessly on the bottom rope. And referee is trying to give R.C. Daniels a break. Of course, Tyreek does have it till the count of 5 to break. And I think Tyreek is in a lot of pain right now. And here comes Tyreek, speaking of which, catching him on the outside with a forearm with the left arm, the good arm right now, on Tyreek. Trying to get somebody to try to pop it back in for him. It feels like it may be out. I'm trying to get a fan to do it at ringside. And don't know if you want to try that or not. Tyreek is not in a good way right now. And no matter how much you care or dislike the man, you definitely don't want to see anybody get injured here in GCW. Big kick into the chest of R.C. Daniels. Tyreek, I tell you, is gutting this out, fans, despite the injury. And as somebody that's had a bevy of shoulder problems over the years, I can sympathize. When you've got a wing down, you can't do much. And now he's asking for somebody here at ringside.
Shut up! Get in there! Finish it! Shut up!
Now this is interesting. Tyreek is calling someone into the ring to try and finish this matchup for him. And of course, somebody random at ringside. I have no idea who this is, fans. I apologize. This is someone I've never seen before here at GCW. Tyreek called him in to try and finish the match. And we've got a disqualification. R.C. Daniels is going to win this bout by DQ, and here comes Zach King to clean up the mess. King still reeling from that shot earlier by Pat Roach. As the match goes about 7.5 minutes, have to get Tyreek's shoulder checked on in the locker room area. And we're awaiting the official announcement from our ring announcer, Savannah Faye. Well, that's an interesting finish. We certainly do hope that Mr. Tyreek is okay. R.C. Daniels will take the victory as a result of a disqualification. The end of that matchup. Certainly not what the fans here in Buckhead had in mind. I'm sure not what R.C. Daniels or Tyreek had in mind. But we'll surge on with Thanksgiving Star Wars on the Georgia Classic Wrestling YouTube channel. Stay with us, fans. We're back, fans, from the Got to Be World Event Center in Buckhead, Georgia. It's Georgia Classic Wrestling's Thanksgiving Star Wars. You're enjoying it here on our YouTube channel. Kevin Hensley with you for tonight's broadcast. And coming out now is Bad Company, their first appearance here tonight after causing quite the stir in recent months here in Georgia Classic Wrestling. And we are going to see the mastermind of the group in action here in just a moment. I'll tell you, Chris Nelms can really play tricks on people's minds. He is a master negotiator, to say the very least. He somehow convinced Jay Shaw and even the beloved former now senior official Matthew Daniel to switch over to his faction just in the last several months. And here he is now, let out by Jay Shaw. Nashville Nightmare, one half of the World Tag Team Champions here in Georgia Classic Wrestling. You see him holding the title belt. Along with Jay Shaw, they won those belts at a live event we had, non-televised, in Milledgeville, Georgia on Labor Day weekend. And they were set to defend, if you've been paying attention on our social media, they were set to defend the championships tonight against the beloved and albeit unique combination of Chainsaw and Chuckles. That's Leatherface and Mr. Buckhead. It's a very unique group, to say the very least. Mr. Buckhead, however, not able to be with us tonight for reasons that I still have yet to uncover. So it is now a singles matchup, and it's quite all right because I think the Bad Man from the Badlands of Texas can more than hold his own. Leatherface is another superstar that has been around for a very long time here on the independent circuit in Georgia and, well, the Southeast for that matter. And you never want to get near him or the Chainsaw for that matter. The Poland is sharpened to a T here in GCW. And look out, boy, that referee is brave to stay in there. Chris Nelms has been around long enough to know to get the heck out of Dodge when the Chainsaw is nearby. Jay Shaw ducking behind a fan over here in the front row in case you don't see that on camera. It's going to be the Nashville Nightmare, Chris Nelms and Leatherface duking it out. A couple of heavyweights set to square off, super heavyweights for that matter. The big 300-pounder from the Badlands of Texas.
I don't care about you. I'm not going to let him touch it, okay? I just need you in the ring. Come on.
The referee has the audacity to say he's not going to let Leatherface touch it. I don't know if the referee has much control over that, but God bless him for thinking he does. Nelms apprehensive to get in the ring, and that's understandable. The aroma of mixed gas that lingers after Leatherface makes his way out, fans. It's the experience you can only get if you come to our shows live here at the Got to Be Rolling Event Center. That's got the number 2 and the letter B as in Boyd Roland Event Center in Buckhead, Georgia. Again, we'll be back on January 24th for our next show, New Year's Brawl at 7 p.m. We invite you to join us for our next internet television taping. Leatherface agreed with the sentiment from a fan in ringside, more or less saying that Leatherface took him over the handicap match. Bell sounds and we are off and running. Our third of 6 here tonight, fans, of Thanksgiving Star Wars. And a quick lockup turns into an eye rake from the Nashville Nightmare. Nelms tried to argue that through the mask he has no eyes, but Leatherface has to see how to get around somehow. Nelms taunting him. Boy, that's a brave maneuver by the Nashville Nightmare to taunt him and now just trying to use what speed advantage he may have. He did kind of blind Leatherface for a moment there, it looks like. Uh-oh. That's not good. Caught right in the clutches. And choking away on the Nashville Nightmare. Drops him all the way down to the mat. And it doesn't take much, no matter how big you are, to get chopped down to size by Leatherface. And thought about a headbutt there, but Nelms able to poke him in the eye again. Let's be honest, fans, that's been the majority of Chris Nelms' offense so far in this matchup.
Come on, you're doing it right in front of him.
Referee is being very lenient and not disqualifying Nelms for poking Leatherface 4 times in the eye, and Leatherface white. Not sure why. And I guess he was wanting to play possum, as we say in the South. Big right hands, and Nelms, God bless that man for being able to stay on his feet. Well, that didn't last very long. He's down now. And a back rake. Oh, my. I tell you, fans, Leatherface has not groomed in a while. You can see by that greasy hair. I'm sure he hasn't had a manicure in a very long time. Probably about, I don't know, the entirety of his lifetime. That's probably a good over-under on that. And a boot rake right across the face. We've already seen some fine wrestling in our first 2 bouts tonight, fans. So here's my guess. You're not going to see much catch as catch can in this one. Not a lot of technical finesse. No go-behinds. Fireman's carries. No shooting of the halves. You're going to see things like that right there. Blatant chokes in front of the ref. The eye gouging, the punching. This is just a brawl between 2 rugged men, Leatherface and his bloody schmuck, and of course Nelms, who continues to work the eyes of Leatherface. And there's Jay Shaw getting in his licks, choking the monster over the middle rope, and delivers a forearm for good measure. Well, it's good to see that even without that new weasel of theirs, Matthew Daniel, at ringside, Bad Company can still deliver bad deeds. Well, Nelms asked for permission to go a little low, and I guess he didn't like the answer, so he went a little higher. Stuck that size 13 right into the abdominal region of Leatherface. And now slams Nelms down to the mat. He's got to slam him head first, and Nelms able to block it. But it still took a lot out of the big man, the National Nightmare, as he landed on his knees. Then crumpled to the mat. Now, why is Shaw up on the apron messing with the turnbuckle? What is that all about? Look out. Goes for a choke slam. Wait a minute. Where did Nelms get knuckles from? Is that a... Chris Nelms had brass knuckles in his hand, fans. Come on. That is filthy. I don't think Leatherface cared too much for that. He's already almost back up on his feet, and Leatherface staring down Bad Company, who get the heck out of Dodge. Nelms will go in the record books as the winner in 4 minutes and 5 seconds, 1/2 of your World Tag Team Champions. Leatherface knows he got a raw deal, and that is not good. Leatherface not happy. He's wanting some more of Nelms. Nelms is clocking out for now. We'll see him later on with Jay Shaw and Jacob Ashworth in this show. What a despicable win for Bad Company. We'll be back with more from Thanksgiving Star Wars in just a moment, fans. Gladly welcome you back to Georgia Classic Wrestling here on YouTube. And the second half of our show is underway with the television championship bout that we mentioned at the top of the show. And here comes a very bad and a very big man.
The World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion and your soon-to-be television champion. You can bet on that, baby. You can bet on that.
Primetime Wrestling North American champion. Ty Rose is looking to make himself a 2-belt champion here tonight in Buckhead, but he'll have to go through a man who has captured the emotion.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, let me just tell you who I am. I am the Rome Heritage Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, one of the best second-generation professional wrestlers in the state of Georgia. You know, my good buddy, right? My good buddy talks about how smart the people of Buckhead are, and you're real smart. Cheer for me, yeah, right? Let me tell you something. When Jack Miles, the sweeper guy you like to call him, when he comes out here, he's going to know one thing. That I am Ty Rose, your next Georgia Television Heavyweight Champion. What else have you got two people doing? You do, Santa Claus. Get off your butt and show some respect to this young man right here. Because I guarantee you 1, 2, 3 tonight.
Well, the Roses are guaranteed victory. Ty Rose, the Rome Heritage Champion for Primetime Wrestling, which is centered in Rome, Georgia, a few hours northwest of here. And here comes the new champion. As I was trying to say before interrupted by Mr. Rose, and you can hear it. He's captured the hearts of everyone here in Buckhead. They're firmly behind this man, the sleeper, Jack Miles. And Miles, with a nice ovation. Everyone has really bought in to the sleeper, and they've rallied behind this young man. And it was emotional when he won the championship. So proud of that championship belt. The Primetime Wrestling Rome Heritage Champion doesn't look very impressed. He looks to collect his second championship here tonight. But only the GCW television title, as you can see being held up by our referee, is on the line. Miles fulfilling his janitorial duties, I suppose you'd say.
That does look real good coming back on the trip to Georgia with the Roses, I'll tell you that right
Those sounds that we are set. Television title on the line. Ty Rose does not care much for the adulation of the fans toward the champion, Jack Miles. Rose is obviously going to have the weight advantage. No offense to Mr. Rose. Maybe even a slight height advantage, a clean break. We've seen Rose here in GCW before. He's no stranger to this promotion. We've seen him in several months. He is back tonight to challenge for the television championship. And no behind. And Miles is going to have to do that very thing. He's got to strike and move if he has a prayer against Ty Rose. If he gets caught in the corner against this big man like he's getting caught right now, he's in trouble. Watch out. Missed a splash in the corner. That could have been devastation. Miles hammered away, and I mean with some heavy fists in the corner. Rose Comes at him with a big clothesline. Looked like he literally was just standing there waiting for his moment to strike. A sudden burst there. Now he's just going to try to dump Miles out of the ring, and does so right here in front of the commentary table. And his father, Pat Rose, with an uppercut to the throat, doing some dirty work. Ty Rose is distracting the referee, jaw-jacking in the ring right now. Jack Miles is getting worked over. Now the referee being very lenient here. Pat Rose is putting his hands on Jack Miles at ringside, and he's missed some of the activity, but now wait just a minute. This could be a disqualification. Wait a minute. Oh no! Rose struck his own son with that loaded right hand. Got a taped fist. And I don't think that went according to plan. And Ty Rose pitching a fit. So the Rose's plan goes awry. That wilted away, to say the very least. Television championship on the line here at Thanksgiving Star Wars. Rose back in the ring now after gathering his bearings on the outside. Feel like we're almost back to square one now. Collar and elbow tie-up. 3 minutes into this matchup. And Miles going for the shoulder, going for the arm of Ty Rose. And really working it deep, cinching that in. But again, it's going to take a lot to get this big man off his feet. Nice duck under and a reversal, using Jack Miles. Haircut to his advantage as Ty Rose brings the champion down to the mat. Here's a cover and a 2 count. You're not going to kick out and push Ty Rose off. So instead, he gets the shoulder up and immediately locks up the chin lock. Jack Miles works his way back up out of the chin lock. Delivers some shots that still have an effect on Ty Rose off the ropes. Rose meets him with a big clothesline. Boy, every blow from Rose is devastating.
This is for you. This is for you.
Huge elbow drop. My goodness, I'm glad the ring was reinforced before we got things rolling here tonight in Buckhead. I'm not so sure that Miles was. Scoops up the champion and slams him down to the canvas. Down for the cover, and there is a 2 count. Ty Rose back up to his feet. Heavy right hands by the sweeper. Still trying to break in his newly minted television championship crown. Can't even get an Irish whip off on the big guy who's well over that 400-pound mark. He can't even whip him off the ropes, folks. That's how big of a massive man. There he goes. Rose takes the clothesline and drops to the mat. I am stunned to see Rose go off his feet. Looks like the Roses are having a conference on the outside. 11, 12, 13. Rose is taking a sweet time to get back inside. Jack Miles has interrupted the count. Dangerously close here. Got to 7. Now Ty Rose up on the apron. Finally back in the ring. The Primetime Wrestling Rome Heritage Champion was caught off guard by that burst from the champ. And Miles with some body shots. I mean, hammering away at the breadbasket. Miles gets the head of steam and another big clothesline. Boy, I tell you, Rose has got that scouted. That's the 3rd time in this match that Miles has built up a head of steam, and Ty Rose has just simply cleaned his clock with a clothesline. And there is a 2 count. Miles not discouraged, still trying to build up some momentum. Big clothesline rocks the big man, but not enough to take him down again. Another clothesline. Miles doing all he can to chop him down to size. Gets him down. And Rose this time does not find the outside of the ring. 1, 2, Rose kicks out at 2 on the nose. Big headbutt by Ty Rose. Rose a little slow to follow up though, hooks the leg, and a 2 count. He was just able to get that left shoulder off the mat enough to break up the pin attempt. Vince Miles into the corner. And just decided to come off with a DDT. Both men down. Referee's going to administer a 10 count here in this television championship matchup. Hey, wait a minute. Ty's father, Pat, slipping the belt, and for some reason, Bad Company is slinking out of the locker room. Referee is telling Ty Rose point blank, you use it, you're out of here. That's the end of the match. You don't get the belt. And I don't know why Bad Company is surrounding the ring either. That's the Primetime Wrestling title that Ty Rose has in his hand, by the way. Bad Company on the other side of the ring. He doesn't care. Bell sounds, and this one's over in about 10 minutes and 10 seconds, fans. Ty Rose has been disqualified. Jack Miles has won this match by disqualification, and he will retain the television title.
And your winner of this match by disqualification and your remaining Georgia television champion, Sweeper Jack Miles.
Now what is going on here? He's not supposed to be here, fans. He is suspended. What in the world is Matthew Daniel doing here? Matthew Daniel has came out to ringside with a chain, and I mean a big chain, and taking a seat here at ringside. Jack Miles is getting helped out of here Why is Matthew Daniel here, though? We'll find out, fans, what in the world's going on when we get back with more of Thanksgiving Star Wars from Buckhead. Great. What we need is more plans around here.
Your Georgia Television Champion, the Sweeper, Jack I was just told that Jay Shaw has requested to come speak to the fans.
Fans, we're back with Thanksgiving Star Wars, and we are going way off the rails. I don't know what in the world's happened, but during the break, Matthew Daniel informed everyone here at ringside, after making an unscheduled, unplanned, and quite frankly, against the very policy of Georgia Classic Wrestling Commissioner Tim Rice appearance, Matthew Daniel was supposed to be suspended and not in the building at all tonight. He told everyone in attendance after his appearance before our break that he bought a ticket, and that's why he is at ringside. It does make me a little perilous that he has a chain, and now he is giving the fans what for. And Jay Shaw is scheduled to compete next against Jacob Ashworth, but at this time, apparently Jay Shaw has requested an interview in the middle of the ring before the matchup. Here comes the other half of the tag team champions. Chris Nelms is not with him at the moment. Again, fans, I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. I would have never thought this man would have such a sour kisser on his face. He only lights up when he sees the other man that has went to the dark side, so to speak, Matthew Daniel. I'm still trying to figure out what is going on in those two men's heads, but nonetheless, Matthew Daniel not endearing himself to the crowd here at ringside either. May have to get an extra security guard or two in here for Matthew Daniel. Be curious to see what Jay Shaw has to say.
Seems like, first of all, I'm playing around here, because I had a night off and I have no one to wrestle. So I'm going to take my half stuff back, get undressed, and take my stuff all the way to this crappy town. So,
Why is he saying he's got the night off?
Savannah, please. When I have to do my job with my baby on my hip, you know we got a problem. A night off? You want a night off? He wants a girl. I know, it's so funny. You said it, and it hit me. I've got the perfect opponent for you. Introduce it. I think it's great.
Ricky Nelms, who does sit on the GCW Board of Commissioners, randomly appears out of the crowd and gives Bad Company's Jay Shaw a bad message. Yeah, unstoppable Jacob Ashworth is in Buckhead and ready to take over Jay Shaw. And I don't know if Shaw was expecting that, but that's what we've had pitched down our card all night, so maybe Shaw was just a little oblivious to the proceedings. I don't think Matthew Daniel was ready for that either. Ashworth and Shaw one-on-one here in Buckhead. Not quite sure why Shaw thought he had the night off, but nonetheless, the match is underway. And the unstoppable one gets the upper hand. Able to regain the advantage. For the moment, I go behind anyway. Nice drop toe hold by Jacob Ashworth from Royston, Georgia. Ashworth taunting Matthew Daniel. It's no secret that Jacob Ashworth has had plenty of trouble with bad company in recent months. So this has got to be so sweet to get Jay Shaw in the ring one-on-one. But it makes me worry because Chris Nels is not at ringside. And if we don't have eyes on him, then we don't know what they're up to. Matthew Daniel kept telling people during our break, fans, that they had a plan. That was what he kept repeating over and over. They had a plan to bad company here in our semi-main event. Cheering on Jay Shaw from the front row. Nice snapmare takeover.
Come on, Jay. You want to give up, Jay?
And reversing the momentum.
You want to give up, Jay?
January 31st is the date, fans, for our next show here in Buckhead. It's going to be part of our entertainment. New Year's Brawl. 7 p.m. bell time, 1200 Shivers Avenue in Buckhead, Georgia. At CHIVERS Avenue. You'll see action like this on January 31st, 2026. And a big 2 count. Elbow drop from Ashworth after the hip toss. And now suplex. Nicely done. Takes him over with a snap suplex 1, 2, and a 2 count. Boy, Shaw's getting worked over here in this bout, but quickly cuts off Ashworth. As soon as I say that, here comes Shaw. 3 heavy blows. Thrust to the midsection. Back elbows. He's got him dropping. Look out, referee gets ran over almost all the way to my second. Thrust in the corner by Ashworth and big chop in the corner by Jay Shaw. Drop kick by Ashworth. And a 2 count. Daniel, look out. Ashworth's calling his shot. Before he can do anything, Shaw with a jawbreaker to cut it off. Coming off the ropes. TV champ and now one half of the tag team champions with a running knee to the 265-pounder from Royston. Ashworth trying to get any kind of momentum he can as he crawls toward our commentary table. Shaw choked him on the ropes and breaks at 4. Ashworth is getting worked over now as momentum has definitely shifted in this bout. This will be followed by our main event. We learned about the top of the card tonight. Nick Halen will challenge, or is going to be challenged by Chop Top. And our main event tonight, fans, stipulations. This is the 3rd time in a row that Chop Top has challenged him. First, Shaw with a 2 count. If Halen wins, he is vowed to put the belt around the waist of Chop Top and never compete in GCW again. And in exchange, if Chop Top loses, he can never challenge for the GCW heavyweight title as long as Halen is the champion. So heavy stakes in our main event. Up next. Big clothesline. Boy, Shaw got all of that one on Jacob Ashworth. Hooks the leg and a 2 count. Matthew Daniel, I beg your pardon, looks comfortable out here at ringside. Ashworth over the top, rolls him up into a schoolboy, and gets a 2 count. And immediately Shaw with an explosive clothesline that cuts off Ashworth's momentum. Locks in a chin lock on Jacob Ashworth. That lower back as Shaw jaw-jacked with the fans here at ringside. Ashworth having a hard time getting back to a vertical base, but he's certainly got the fans in his corner. Now he's back up but having a hard time seeing. Shaw measuring him. Big forearm. Whips him into the ropes. Ashworth ducks under the clothesline. Shoulder tackle by Jacob Ashworth. A big clothesline. Here comes the unstoppable one, ducks under. And there's a back elbow. Shaw is hurting. Ashworth measuring him. Side. Will not echo. Here in the Got to Be Rolled Event Center. Big scoop slam, boy. Ashworth busting him up for that one. And got a 2 count. Long 2 count. Shaw did get the shoulder up in time. Good count by the referee. Despite the pleadings of Jacob Ashworth. Ashworth shaking it off. He knows. Just got caught up in the heat of the moment there for a second. Going for that full Nelson slam. He got one side hook. Can he get the other one hooked? Shaw's trying to block it. That's a clever way to get out of it. Just stomps on the foot. Pushes Ashworth off the ropes. Saturday. Humongous spine buster by Jay Shaw. Hooks the leg. And Ashworth gets out at 2 3/4. Matthew Daniel is beside himself at ringside. What about? Shaw thought he had the night off. Again, I don't know why. This has been the plan all along. Nonetheless, he has showed up and showed out in this matchup against Jacob Ashworth. Take away the fact that he's with bad company now. Shaw is a phenomenal superstar in that ring. This direction, and turns him around. Shaw is planted, middle of the ring. Here's the cover, hooks the leg, and he got it. Ashworth gets his hand raised, 9 minutes and 28 seconds. Matthew Daniel is seething over in the corner as Ashworth stares him down. I heard Bad Company had a plan, and so far I don't know if it's paying off. Now wait a minute, Chris Nelms has emerged from the backstage area. What is going on here? Nelms checking on Shaw. Daniel skulking in the corner. And it looks like, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute, that's that same referee. Oh no, this is deplorable. What the hell? This is uncalled for. That's that same referee that they've been bullying around that Tim Rice is considering for senior referee, and he gets him right in the stomach with that chain. A sick smirk came out on Chris Nelms' face. Oh my goodness. This is awful. We don't have to show this. Maybe we should though. Our commissioner's not here tonight. This is awful. Can we get some help out here? Here comes another referee trying to break it up, but I don't know how much good that's going to do. We need some of the superstars to get out here and end these shenanigans. This referee is out. Beating up a referee. Great question, Matthew. I don't know. I'm getting in trouble for the commissioner not being here now. I used to be the commissioner, but no longer. Here's our Board of Commissioners representative.
But I am. And I'm Matthew, we can extend this if you need to.
Extend the suspension? They're not going to adhere to it. They're not going to adhere to it. They've already shown that. He's here. The suspension meant nothing to him. They don't care. This is awful. I mean, that's a word for it, for sure.
It's okay. Let's bring this to a head, shall we? The following match is for the GCW Heavyweight Championship title.
It's heavyweight championship time here in Buckhead. Hopefully we can keep the train on the tracks through our main event, if anything else. Big stakes here. As one last time, it sounds like, either way, win, lose, or draw, Chop Top and Nick Halen will duke it out for the Georgia Classic Wrestling heavyweight title for the Thanksgiving Star Wars. Again, let's run through the stipulations. If Chop Top wins, Nick Halen said he will personally put the belt around Chop Top's waist and never wrestle at GCW again. However, a Halen victory will guarantee that Chop Top cannot challenge for the belt anymore as long as Halen remains champion. And here's Chop Top, the challenger, the dream killer, Chop Top is locked and loaded as he circles ringside for our main event. Third match that these two have had in as many months here in GCW. Halen obviously has came out on top in every matchup, including a 2 out of 3 falls bout last month at Frightmare. And here comes the champ. I've said it from the beginning, fans. We approve Nick Halen, our champion, not short on confidence, but he can sure back it up inside the ring. And he's set to defend it one more time against Chop Top to close out 2025. And what a year it has been. We've even had a rebranding of some sorts. We're still known by the same initials, but of course now you call us Georgia Classic Wrestling, still bringing you the same action that the tradition started so many decades ago in Atlanta. And let's head up to our ring announcer for the introductions. Official showing off the belt to all the fans here in our packed main event showcase. A crowd, a raucous crowd on hand as always here in Buckhead for our main event. The Dream Killer Chop Top set to challenge Nick Halen, the approved, for the title. The bell sounds. All right, let's see what matchup number 3 will bring us here. I feel like we've seen just about everything these two have to offer, but including that, by the way. Halen has done this in both matchups. At some juncture, taking to the floor, taking a sweet time getting settled in.
Who's wrestling in this match, me or you? All right, now stand back and do your job.
And Halen back in the ring. I often wonder if it's a psych out tactic or what the deal is. But Chop Top not fell for it yet. How about a quick go behind? And a 2 count. Boy, that caught Halen off guard. How about that? That close, says the challenger. And I think Halen's a little surprised. 10-minute lock up again. Go behind and tries for a roll-up. Miss Halen. Chop Top countered him by catching him in an armbar. Haven't seen that before. And I have watched a lot of professional wrestling in my life. Reversal and a reversal again on the armbar. Chop Top is upstaging the champ here in the early going. And flips him over. Boy, there's some momentum on that. Halen's got to be careful here. Not tapping. Referee down under check. There's a head scissors counter. Chop Top with a quick bridge to try and take some of the pressure off and able to spin out. And into the side headlock again. Beautifully done by Chop Top. Shock Team's able to grab the hair. There's not much left. Chop Top's down to pretty much a chop top up top. Hammerlock into a side headlock by Halen. And a takedown. Now Halen getting settled in. And head scissors reversal by Chop Top. Nip up by Halen. Side headlock takeover. And back down again, and we're seeing some great wrestling here in our main event. That's what's on the marquee, and that's what we'll bring to you. There we go, Buckhead. W is for wrestling. Back up to a vertical base. Nick Halen will push challenger into the ropes. Go behind, nice misdirection by Chop Top. Rolls him up, 1, 2, and a 2 count. Halen misses, go behind. How about a backslide? Look out. Haven't seen that one in a while either. Small package. Chop Top is just sending Nick Halen to the paces. Another roll up and another 2 count, and Halen is going to think about things on the outside of the ring. To the outside, right here in front of us, in the Got to Be Rolling Event Center. Oh my! Boy, there's some devastating impact for you fans. Oh baby, they're lining up the chest. Everything getting wild here on the main event. Chop Top can taste it. He's been the champ before. He wants it again here in GCW. Maybe 3 bouts into this whole series that is kind of built with Nick Halen. Chop Top might have finally figured out how to crack the code of the champ. Halen is taking a beating here in this matchup. Halen is taking some breathing room, shoves him off, but that didn't even really deter. Chop Top is still maintaining control. How about some overhand rights? And runs it right into the ring post. Halen with a presence of mind to get out of the way. And a suplex. Nicely done. And Chop Top is having some issues here after that suplex. I'm not quite sure what's going on, actually.
You want to keep going?
Yes.
You want to keep going?
Yes.
Are you sure? Yes.
And he shakes the feeling back into his hands. A little bit of numbness going on here after that suplex. Well, he landed hard. Hey, wrestling is no ballet, fans. Chop Top having a hard time even getting back up to a vertical base. He's going to drag him back in. And a big swinging neck breaker. Chop Top is hurt. 1, 2, and a 2 count. Chop Top kicks out. What guts. Chop Top is a man that loves punishment, but that one really caught him.
Kick that.
big stomp to the side of the head of Chop Top. An elbow across the back of the head of the challenger. Halen jarred him with that suplex, and Chop Top, frankly, is not in a good way at the moment. We've already seen one injury here tonight. I understand Tyreek has went to a hospital here in the Buckhead area, suffered a dislocated shoulder in that matchup. It has been confirmed. Matchup brothers tonight with R.C. Daniels. And Nick Halen is now picking apart the challenger. After that devastating suplex seemed to send some chills down his spine. Chop Top is favoring that neck area, and Halen is more than willing to take advantage.
Come on, baby!
And an ode to Mr. Chris Jericho with that pinfall attempt. I don't think he really wanted the 3 count, just a psychological game there. He got 2. Measuring him with that elbow, beautifully done by the champion. Another nice elbow. Boy, he's just able to measure him right now as Chop Top is worse for wear. And a third one. Halen waited too long. Challenger rolls out of the way and still having some trouble with that right arm. Let's see what he can do though. Big right hand. Still got some strength in it. Heavy uppercuts. And Halen goes low, and that's really all it took as Chop Top crumples to the mat. DDT. More damage to that neck. Boy, Chop Top is hurting for certain. And a 2 count. Chop Top kicks out. Whip into the ropes, big clothesline. Chop Top just can't get anything going. Well, that suplex was everything. That was a momentum changer here in this heavyweight title match. And now Nick Halen, arguing with a couple of fans in the second row at ringside. Lateral press does not hook the leg, and Chop Top able to kick out at 2. How about that, cramping down, really twisting that neck, and I tell you, I've never seen Chop Top ever even consider a submission. I've seen him rather pass out from pain. I got to think about your lava hit at some point, though. He's able to get back up to the vertical. Halen able to just mount him with some punches. There's not a whole lot left in him. Doesn't hook the leg, I beg your pardon. Let's press down the arm and got another 2 count, and now another chin lock applied. Halen's really not a fan of Christmas. I'm getting the gut feeling about that anyway. Chop Top hawks gigantic loogie across the ring. Halen is taking his sweet time here, measuring Chop Top. too long. Chop Top got some energy back in that body. And Fighting Spears back alive. Cut off, however, with a big kick in the corner. Halen back with full confidence, and boy did he deliver a devastating chop. Chopping challenger, chopping Chop Top, say that 5 times faster. Back down the side. There's a big right hand to do the trick as well. That blow. Halen's got a story in his career. There's no doubt about that. He was just punishing the challenger. Again, the stakes are high. Chop Top can never challenge for the belt again if Halen's the champ. And Halen will crown Chop Top personally as the champion and never compete in this promotion again if he loses. And that super kick might have done it. I think that loosened a couple of the front teeth on Halen. Both men are down. Into the ropes. Big clothesline here. Comes the challenger. Back elbow. Chop Top firing up. And a hard back elbow. That turned Nick Halen almost inside out. Oh my. How about that short arm clothesline? Using all of his momentum to tackle the body of Halen and a big 2 count. Oh, baby. For the championship reign of Nick Halen, so close to coming to an end right here at Thanksgiving Star Wars. And Halen's going for the sharpshooter. Chop Top pushes him off. Halen's now trying to cradle him. What's he going for? Nothing. It's a backdrop over the top rope. Halen hit hard. Oh my goodness. The floor of this facility we're in is a skating rink. That's a hardwood surface. Halen crashed hard on the floor. Catches him as he comes back in. Hooks the leg and Halen again escapes. 2.5. How much more punishment can Chop Top administer to the champion? And on the flip side of that, how much more can Halen take? This has definitely been the most punishment that Chop Top has ever delivered to Nick Halen in one of our 3 bouts for the title. discus clothesline cut off. Halen sets him up. Going for a power driver on that neck. And he measured him. Boy, beautifully done. That neck has been loosened and worked on this whole match too. Chop Top got his foot on the bottom rope. Oh, baby. Fans trying to rally behind the challenger here in our main event. And we got some tension here between the referee and Nick Halen. Halen. Oh no, a big low blow. Referee didn't see it. Hooks the leg. Halen kicks out at 2 9/10. And everybody in attendance thought that was the end of the championship reign for Nick Halen. Halen jaw-jacking with the referee, puts his hand on the official. I'm sure Tim Rice will be levying a fine for that as well. A lot of paperwork for our commissioner to have to fill out over the holidays. He pulls the referee aside after the referee pushed back. And in the process, Chop Top caught him in the nether regions. Rolled him up, almost got a 3 count. Ducks under again. Halen again, another power driver. Spikes him again. That's 2 power drivers. And he's going to go quickly. Not even try for a pinfall. Chop Top up again. This time he's going to put him in a cradle power driver for a 3rd. And maybe final blow. That's it, fans. My gosh, what a world title match. Champ retains 18 minutes and 33 seconds of an instant classic to end 2025 in Georgia Classic Wrestling Thanksgiving Star Wars. And Nick Halen has now solidified that Chop Top will never again challenge for the GCW Heavyweight Championship as long as Halen remains champion. The Game Breaker stands tall. It took 3 power drivers and one heck of a performance, but Nick Halen stands tall. We want to thank all of you for joining us for the ride in 2025. Once again, our next show, January 31st, New Year's Brawl here in Buckhead. We hope to see you here for our next internet television taping. Have a good night, everybody.